whilst Dighton thus went on. We smothered the most replenished sweet work of nature, that prime creation ere she framed. Thus both are gone with conscience and remorse.
Death! For a ducat! Death!
And then Hamlet, in a suspicious and vengeful rage, did stab unknowingly the victim through the curtain.
Every year, Jared and I get ready to go to Shakespeare Royal Oak, and we drive out to the park. And every year since Jared has been, he's been involved in the program since
12 years.
For 12 years. He's got 2 years on me, which he's very proud of sharing. Jared says this one thing when we get in the car.
This is like the best 2 weeks of the entire summer.
We've lived in Royal Oak over 20 years, and we just started going to Waterworks, Shakespeare in the Park, for Macbeth 2009, and I wish we'd started going sooner.
When we brought our daughter to one of the shows, she insisted in speaking in an English accent for a week after the entire play, and that was something else. So
yeah, when the lights are lit up, I even like just driving by it and seeing the lights at night.
I'm a native Royal Oaker. I've been here my whole life. And I played in this park as a child many times, and now playing here as an adult with swords is even better than that.
I've almost come full circle, now working professionally under Ed, with coming from, he kind of gave me my start in this, and now I'm working for him.
It's an experience that they'll talk about later. They won't necessarily, if it's their first time, they might not know how great it's going to be until they get here, sit down in their chair, and you can watch the sunset over your shoulder onto the faces of the actors doing Shakespeare.
This is actually my first show with Waterworks. I'm really excited.
This will be my 5th production with Waterworks.
This is my first Waterworks production.
It's my second time here at the park. I was in Hamlet 2 years ago, which was a fantastic experience.
This is my second year at Waterworks.
This is my 3rd show with Waterworks. Previously, I did The Tempest, and I did Henry V.
Darest thou resolve to kill a friend of mine?
Aye, my lord, but I'd rather kill 2 enemies.
I'm a musician, and sometimes I perform outside for at farmers markets and stuff like that, but I have actually never performed a play outside before, so I'm getting used to it,
He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were
The cast
asleep.
gets used to the idea that we're going to be competing with more noise, more dogs coming up on stage. That happened last year.
You have to be loud. I mean, we have microphones, but you still have to do the work. There's, helicopters and firemen and the occasional ice cream truck and dogs and frisbee golfers and Pokemon hunters.
It's unpredictable though, and that's for the control freak in me is like
But what you experience here is something really unique.
Open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will.
Plus the cast here is just so wonderful. We've come through a great journey together, and come on down and see how much fun we're having, and I'm sure they'll have fun as well.
Like an outdoor audience especially is it's more of a relaxed audience. They're there to have a good time. They're a little bit more open. They're a lot more comfortable because a lot of them are bringing their own comfortable nice lawn chairs and stuff like that.
There's something about being outside with the audience, with the performers, that puts everybody sort of undeniably in the same boat together.
And you shall know from me her mind.
Bear her my true love's kiss.
There's really nothing like doing Shakespeare under the stars. This is the way it was meant to be in the beginning, and to be able to bring it back to that and have people experience it in the park, and the trees and the landscape around it just adds to the fact you're out in having battle in a field.
We don't have a traditional company like, say, Stratford does, where we have one group of actors and everybody gets changed around and used differently every year. We don't have that. But we do have a pretty remarkable community of actors in southeastern Michigan that we've had the privilege to work with on several occasions. And this year we have a lot of new people that we have never worked with before, and some great directors.
The 12th night's being directed by a woman named Nancy Kammer, who used to run the Boar's Head Theater in Lansing, and she's got an amazing resume that goes back many years.
And I lived in New York City at the time, and my friend Diane said, my friend Ed is doing a play. He wrote a play and it's being done in New York. Can we crash at your place when we come in to see it? I said, sure, and that's how I met Ed.
We had a rainy day. We were supposed to be in the park, but it poured, and we didn't want to be in the church because there gets to be a point where not being in the space is just pointless. And so we met under the pavilion, and she just had them do an Italian run, which is where you just run lines. Every time it was your scene, you just ran up and played, and we didn't, they didn't stick to any of the blocking they were supposed to, but they had a lot of fun with it.
What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor saved, may one asking give? Nothing but this, your true love for my master. Well, come again tomorrow, fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
I love working with Ed. He's a really great collaborator, and he's a really great support for this program. Happy to be with Waterworks.
There it is.
Every summer, it's a great experience. I love being outside with the kids doing theater.
And here you sty me in this hard rock, while you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whose stripes may move not kindness, I have used thee filth as thou art with human care.
Seeing them learn and grow and become more confident and just have a lot of fun.
Freedom! Honey! Honey! Freedom! Freedom! Honey! Freedom!
Something shared, something cultural, and something affordable, and it's close to home. So we're happy about it.